And it's just going to be, hey guys, it's Bessonovaramble6454, and today is going to be my first video of 2015, and it's going to be a little random vlog of just things that have been going on in my life over the past however long it's been since I last uploaded a video. I think the last time I posted something was over the summer. Sorry, I had to make sure my phone didn't lock up. I have a list of things I wanted to talk to you guys about. Just talking about stuff that's happened since, I think, July or August, maybe June, somewhere around there was the last time I posted a video on YouTube. No, my last video was the Ice Bucket Challenge, which was at the end of August, and I haven't posted anything since. So, you know, figured it's time to post a new video of things that have been going on. So, the first thing I have here on the list is talking about the phenomenal place that I went to back in October, and that was the Supernatural convention in Toronto a couple months back, and it was an unbelievable experience. I will never forget the people I met. Obviously the people I met, meaning the cast, how sweet they were, how unbelievably funny they were. Some new faces I met, like just general people who went to the convention like me that I got to talk to. I found out a few people that I follow on Tumblr were there, and unfortunately I didn't get to see them. I got a lot of pictures. All of them are up on Instagram. If you follow me on Instagram, they're up there. And I think some of them made it to Tumblr, at least the ones, like my photo ops with the cast, they made it to Tumblr. So, yeah, my highlight of that trip was meeting Jensen Ackles, because he's my favorite actor of all time. He's beautiful, oh my god. But I was more of the casual fan that just went up and said hi. My dad did the whole Agent Getty, Agent Lee thing, because he's a Rush fan like I am. He called himself Agent Peart, and I was Agent Lifeson. Yes, my dad came with me. I was supposed to go with my aunt, but a couple weeks before we went, they decided that my aunt couldn't really go, and that it would have been better. I would have had a lot more fun if my dad went. So I went to Canada's Wonderland my first night in Toronto. I was there for 4 days. No, 3 days. 4. 3. I got there on Friday morning and I came home Monday night. So, technically 4 days. But I went to Canada's Wonderland that night, and I tried to text my dad about what was going on at the time, and he wasn't answering. And he came back a couple hours later and said, yeah, I've just been really busy at work. And no, that wasn't true. He was actually flying in to Toronto to surprise me. So, he surprised me the next morning, and they caught that on video, and I forgot to save the video to my phone, which I got for my birthday, which was like a week before the convention. I got a great little iPhone. I'm not used to this laptop camera yet, so sorry. And I've also been, pardon my voice, I have a bit of a cough. I was really sick last weekend. I'm still getting over that, so yeah. But anyway, I also spent like $600 on makeup alone. Sephora brands and MAC Cosmetics, they don't sell here. So yeah, I live in Newfoundland. It's kind of not as urban as places like Toronto, Montreal, Edmonton, Calgary, like all those areas. Definitely not as urban. It's urban, but not as. So we don't have the same like shopping places. Well, we have some, just not all of them, and those two places are some of the places that we don't have, which I'm really upset about. So I can only get like Sephora and MAC when I'm away in really urban places like Toronto or Europe, which is where I get the most of my stuff. So I spent like a complete like buttload of my money there. I spent like $600 on makeup. It was insane. I had most of the money in my account gone by the time I came home. Yeah, which leads me to talk about how they're opening a Sephora here in the mall. Fingers crossed, that's what I heard, that it's going to happen. I don't know when. I haven't heard any dates. The banner for Sephora popped up on the website for the mall here, so it's looking promising, but I'm not going to get my hopes up just yet because a lot of people are saying it's hard to get products here, so because it's a little island on the east coast of Canada, so it's hard to get stuff here, so yeah. The next thing on my list, midterms, exams, they started today. Yippee! I didn't have an exam today, but I do know a lot of people that did. For those of you who have midterm exams this week, at the same time as I do, best of luck to all of you. I hope you all do well, study hard. My first exam is on Monday. I have history, which is my favorite subject of all time. I'm going to be doing that in university, hoping to get a job as a high school history teacher. So, yeah, I kind of love history. Yeah, and English is my last exam on Thursday, leaving French, math, and bio in the middle. So, yeah, it's going to be a fun week. I was kind of hoping that English would be my first exam and history being last. You know, get the worst out of the way first and save the best one for last. That's kind of my look on things because I struggle in English, but meanwhile I'm acing history. So, you can't always get what you want. But, yeah, so I'm going to be doing a lot of studying this weekend. The fact that I'm a senior in high school now, which is kind of daunting to think about. It's also my last year in the choir that I've been in for the past 10 years, Shalloway. Those of you who are either in it, not in it. Those of you who have never heard of it, it's, excuse me, it's, I don't want to brag. I don't want to make this sound like I'm bragging, but we are a world-class choir. That I don't want to sound like I'm bragging by saying that, but we are a world-class choir. We've been in international competitions and we've done really well. We've actually only done one competition, and that was in Hungary a couple years back, and we did really well there. And we're doing another one this summer. We're going to Wales, and then we're going to be touring the rest of England after that. So, yeah, a lot of fun. A lot of work goes into that. But it's a lot of fun, and all the performance and hard work really pays off when you step on that stage and you sing your heart out, and hopefully don't pass out of nerves. Hopefully nerves don't get the better of us. They've never gotten the better of us before, so what's to say where that's going to happen again this year. But it's going to mean a lot to me this year because it's my last year in the choir after 10 years of being a part of it, and I'm going to miss it so much. I've literally been crying my way through this year ever since our summer camp at the end of the summer to kickstart the season, the 2014-15 season. Ever since our summer camp, I've been pretty much crying my way through the year. The end of our Christmas concert in December was the one that got to me the most because that concert I've always had so much fun doing. It's probably the one that takes the hardest amount of work. But it's always been our best and most popular show, and at the end of that concert I just broke because it's just you won't know the feeling unless you're a part of something for such a long time, and then you either have to leave or you like if you're an athlete, when you have like a really great career and you've learned so much and you take so much in, just something you have a lot of memories from, when it's all over, you kind of feel empty afterwards, or you feel complete. I'm personally going to feel empty because I grew up with it, and it's not going to be the same without it. And the same thing with school. I mean, everyone's so excited to get out of high school and just say, like, oh, we don't have to get up in the morning anymore. No more teachers, no more tests. Wrong. Every day after you get out of high school is pretty much just a test of it's just one giant test for the rest of your life. Like, your test of skill and test of intelligence and your social skills, and every day is just one huge test. And your grade school year is just your way of working up to that, and just studying for that one big test at the end that you don't get the mark for until you're dead, pretty much, or until you retire. I'm gonna miss high school, honestly, because I know that hearing from my parents and hearing from my friends' parents how they say that they wish they were back in high school, I honestly can't blame them. You know, I know, like, we have to get up every morning to go to school and just sit in a class and listen to someone talk for 6 hours. Yeah, they have to, just think your parents have to get up before you, majority if they don't work night shifts, or if they work night shifts, like, sleep all day, work all night, come home and go straight to bed, and basically just repeat cycle over and over, which is what my dad does. And sometimes the job doesn't have the best pay, or they don't enjoy it, and they have to get up super early or super late and work endless hours, like 9 to 5 or 5 to 12, or in my dad's case, 3 to whatever o'clock in the morning, and then just sleep until noon. It's tough. So basically, we don't understand how lucky we have it to be in high school. Just sit there for 6 hours, come home, do a little bit of homework, and just study for a little bit and do a few tests. Like, that's it. And once you graduate, you're immediately in the real world, and all of a sudden you gotta pay for the rest of your education. You gotta be constantly updating resumes and keep until you get one, just completely on the hunt for a job. And then you're just gonna miss high school, miss how easy it was. So that was kind of a bit of a ramble, but it's true. I remember the first day of grade 12, I said how much I hated school and how much I didn't want to be there and how much I couldn't wait to get out of there. And then it hit me, like, when I had to start looking at universities, because I'm going to be applying really soon, I started looking and I realized, like, oh man, this is actually happening. We're actually graduating. And this is the year that counts. Every single grade counts, and I got to work my little butt off in order to get into university. But at the same time, yeah, I just realized, like, after this, nothing's easy anymore. And it's going to be really hard because I'm, at the moment, counting down the days till prom, and at the same time, like, I want it to hold off just because I don't want to graduate yet. I don't want to graduate. Like, I think of my boyfriend, and he's got 2 more years left. He's in grade 10. He's got 2 years left after this, and I think how lucky he is to be slightly younger than me, to not be worrying about graduating yet. And I remember thinking to myself, like, oh, I've got a couple years left. I got time. I don't have to worry about anything yet. And the real world's not here yet. Well, the real world is kind of pulling into my driveway, and it's scary. Yeah, senior in high school. Fun times. Haha. The next thing I wanted to mention is another fandom that I was kind of sucked in. Thanks to my boyfriend, I got sucked into this crazy, hard to understand fandom at times. It's, have any of you guys heard of Homestuck? Yeah. I started reading it last May, and I kind of stopped over the summer, and then I restarted it. And now I'm obsessed with it. And I'm going to be cosplaying as one of the characters at the science fiction convention coming up in a few months. So, yeah, that's all there really is to say on the matter. If that quote didn't fly over your head. Hello, fellow Homestuck fan, if you caught that quote. And by the way, if you guys don't know who I'm going as the troll with my zodiac sign, Terezi, Libra. I got the shirt the other day, and I'm really, really excited. And I pretty much wore it for 3 days straight. Yeah, I'm weird. And the last thing I wanted to talk about was Christmas 2014 and Happy New Year stuff. Christmas was pretty good, I gotta say. I shouldn't say I, because I did this with the choir I'm in. We performed with Hey Rosetta, if you guys haven't heard of them. Yeah, Hey Rosetta. We performed with them, and it was pretty awesome. It went really, really well, and I had a lot of fun with them. They were really, really nice, and yeah. One of the girls in the choir actually freaked out, threw a bit of a fangirl, because the singer, Tim Baker, his shoulder hit her arm, and she's just like, I'm never washing my shirt again. Yeah, she did a bit of a fangirl. It was all good. Everyone was throwing fangirls. What else happened? I got quite a few awesome presents. I got Supernatural pins from my friend. I got like a perfume set from another friend. I got chocolates, a movie, and another Supernatural pin set from my boyfriend. That was a failed heart. Anyway, moving on from that. What else did I get? The laptop that I'm using. I got this awesome HP Envy touchscreen laptop, and I love it to death. I got some TV series friends, and I got The Fault in Our Stars. I got an acoustic guitar. Almost forgot that. My dad got me a guitar because he thinks I can pick up things really quickly, and I'm a talented musician, as he says, because I play a little bit of piano and I sing. But oh well. He thinks I can pick up on it really fast, and so far it's coming along good. I don't like playing it when there are people in the house. I just get a little self-conscious. So I keep the guitar in the spare room and when I'm home alone. Except for today and last week. Last week I was dying with the plague, and today I was studying for exams. But when I'm home alone, I'll whip out the guitar and just jam a little bit. And I got a puppy. His name's Riker. He's a German Shepherd. My personal favorite dog breed next to Beagles. Actually, no, German Shepherds are my favorite, then it's Beagles. I was a little, as excited as I was to get him, I was also very nervous. I grew up with a psychological fear of dogs, which started when I was about 3 years old. I was staying at my grandmother's house, and her dog kind of, in the middle of the night, kind of pounced on the bed and started licking my face. I know that's not, like, something that you should be scared of, but it freaked the hell out of me. So it kind of kickstarted my fear of dogs, and I was afraid of them until I kind of am still scared of them, except like big dogs I can handle. Like my dog I can handle, obviously, because he's mine. Like I'm used to him. My boyfriend's dog, he's a mid-sized dog, like, and he's super sweet, so I can really tolerate him. Like my anxiety goes up a tiny bit, but not that much. But little dogs like Chihuahuas, miniature Dachshunds, loud dogs, lap dogs, like Yorkies, little dogs just scare the hell out of me, and I can't deal with those dogs. So, but yeah, my dog, like I said, his name's Riker. I think he's 9 weeks old now. Yeah, he's 9 weeks old. We've had him for 2 weeks now. And he's super sweet. He likes to chew things. He ripped like 5 little holes in my favorite pair of pajama pants today, and I kind of got a little upset, but you know, it's all good. My cat, Wolfie, is he's coming around. He was really skittish when we first brought him home, but he's getting better. I think he really misses Garfield, our other cat, who unfortunately passed away just over a year ago, and we really miss him. But you know, we got to move on. And my mom really wanted a dog, and her and my stepdad have been talking about it for like 2 or 3 years, and they surprised me with the news on Christmas Eve, actually, and we brought him home a couple weeks ago. So things are going good with them. We need to take him to obedience classes because, you know, chewing, and when we tell him not to chew, he growls. Just normal puppy stuff and he thinks we're playing, and we're not. We're trying to be his pack leader and train him well. And no dog training goes without, especially puppy training, goes without little accidents around the house, which has happened quite a few times, happened twice today. But, you know, we clean it up. Yeah, is there anything else that I can talk about? I've just been ranting. Not really ranting, but just rambling for the past almost 23 minutes now. And, yeah. Father-daughter Mario Kart. Just a little news on that. I think I'm going to start doing that again, because my dad and I have just gone back into the whole Mario Kart phase. We kind of stopped for about a half a year because I kept losing, and I just got tired of playing it. And over the past little while, I've just kind of been missing it and wanting to play it again. Oh, other withdrawals I've been having. I got a little nostalgic today and started watching this ice skating show that I was in 11 years ago. Yeah, 11 years ago. And it made me miss skating a little bit. Yeah. That's kind of all. I kind of missed skating for that little bit of time. But one thing I've really been missing, and I don't know why I've been missing it so much. When I was younger, for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8 years of my life, I was in swimming. I started when I was 2, and I worked my way up until I was 9. My parents took me out of it because I wasn't taking it seriously. I was 9. Like, they kept saying, well, you just kept, like, sinking to the bottom and having tea parties at the bottom of the pool. And I'm just like, I was 9. Like, you should have at least given me a couple more years, and I would have, like, started taking it seriously. I would have found something in me that would have been like, yeah, there's a time and a place for stuff. So, and they just didn't, and they took me out of it. And I was like, okay, cool, for a couple years. And actually for a lot of years. And only over the past year or so, I've realized, like, oh my god, I actually miss it. And I actually asked my dad if maybe him and my mom could consider getting me back in swimming, and they said, and I didn't tell my mom, but I told my dad, and he's like, yeah, you're only doing it because your boyfriend's a swimmer. And I'm like, no, I actually really miss it because my boyfriend's a swimmer, and yeah, I don't know, I guess like the way he talks about it makes me really, the way he talks about it sometimes, like we talk about it on the phone, and it just makes me miss it. And when I was in Nicaragua with choir over the summer, I did a lot of swimming, and I had this race with my friends, and I slaughtered all of them. But that was the day that I really realized, like, oh my god, I could actually, like, sorry, it's a bit shaky. I hit the table. I realized, like, oh my god, I actually really miss this. And I started watching it on the I started watching the London Olympics, the swimming stuff that happened over there. I should say over, not down, because I don't live in the Arctic. Yeah, it made me miss it even more, and I had to stop watching it for about a month, and I'm just like, yeah. I started watching it again today, actually, and I enjoyed it. But yeah, nostalgia and withdrawals, I do miss it, but I know it's kind of too late for me now because I'm 17, and I feel like I'm not strong enough, and also I'm scared that my parents are going to think I'm copying, which I'm not, because that's how my dad took it, and I know if my dad took it down that path, my mom's going to take it down that path, and I just don't want to deal with that. So, yeah. That's my rant of the night. So, anyway, and my mom just texted me. So, I'm gonna toddle off now. So that's kind of like my first video of 2015. I hope you guys enjoyed it. My little ramble session of things I just wanted to talk about. Not much updates or anything, just talkity talk. So anyway, I sound like, I don't know what's up with me right now. I just sound like I'm getting off the phone. Yeah, I'm gonna turn off the recording now, so I'll see you guys very soon in another video. So, bye!